You got a story, man. Do it.
Oh, no. That was the last one.
Oh, was that the last story? Okay.
Oh,
good.
thank God the show is finally over, yeah.
Your turn.
It only seemed like it lasted for frickin' ever. Hey, your shows are getting longer. No, they just seem that way. No, they're getting longer. I checked. Crap, now they're long and longer. Hang on.
Longest. Vodka?
I wish. Where was I? Welcome to This Is Truly News. Before we enter into the strangers of today. Wait a minute. Welcome to This Is Truly News. Rod Serling kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
We'd appreciate if you'd like, subscribe, and follow it. Us. It? The show.
Them.
You know, the thing you're listening, watching, yelling at now. Saying, get on with it. What the hell's wrong with you?
It's an interactive thing. We plan it that way.
Welcome to This Is Truly News. Like, subscribe, and follow. And should you have a strange story that you'd like to share with us, send it off to TITR@netradio.net. Work.
Network is all one word for those of you who don't get it.
Well, yeah, if you put a space in there, it's going to look at you confused.
This is True, Really News with Scott Combs and Tony Vercanis. All the news you're about to hear is true.
Really?
As far as you know.
So this from Reason.com. West Yorkshire, England police.
You know, reason's annoying to me because every time I look for something that I need a reason for, I never find it.
Nah, they're just the libertarians here in the States, and I get a kick out of them.
So they're pretend conservatives sometimes. Otherwise, they don't even put on the.
Well, they're kind of like me. They're financially, they're very conservative.
Some.
And some of them are a little dopey. But then how can you call yourself a libertarian? Because smaller government is less expensive. Anyway, they're socially wildly liberal. Huh? Now to West Yorkshire.
So are you socially wildly liberal? Am I going to have to find new friends?
I absolutely am.
Okay.
I think a person should be able to marry their garden hose, and the government should have no say in it.
You are one of the reasons the world is as stupid as it is.
That's a fetching garden hose you have there, pal.
Here we go. Couldn't let it go, could I?
No, I'm unmarried. And looking.
Great. Now women can say, my husband's cheating on me with an inanimate object.
Hey. Inanimate objects are people, too. On to West Yorkshire, England. West Yorkshire, England police say they will take no further action against a 16-year-old autistic girl they arrested and held for suspicion of a homophobic offense. Officers had picked up the girl in Leeds for reportedly being intoxicated and returned her home, which was nice. That was kind. When she arrived home, the girl apparently said to one of the officers, "Looked like her Nana, who's a lesbian." The officer took that as a homophobic remark, and several officers entered.
I want to know how Banana can be a lesbian.
The police department said its professional standards division is investigating the matter. Unless you have a common sense division, don't even bother. They also, though, said the girl would face no further actions from police.
Unless you have a common sense from the guy who wants to marry a garden hose.
I didn't say I wanted to,
yes, you
but
did.
I'll protect your right to marry a garden hose if you so choose.
No, I am so not willing to let crazy people indulge their craziness.
What if it's one that has a very nice sprinkler at the end?
A feud among neighbors in China's Hunan province that had been brewing since April of 2022 recently came to a deadly head, according to Fox News. The original feud started when Mr. Gu, how do you say Gu would be Gu?
I'd say Gu, yeah.
When Mr. Gu cut down Mr. Zhang's trees without his permission.
That's usually a bad
kind of like
deal
the Hatfield McCoy's Chinese version.
There you go.
Well, no one's been killed yet.
Is Gu a Hatfield or McCoy?
I don't care. Mr. Gu Mr. Gu was further inflamed when Mr. Zhang's wife towed away the cut trees. So it was a team effort.
If they moved to Scotland, he could be
His
Mr.
wife, by the
Micdu.
way, was not a garden hose. So he sneaked out onto Mr. Zhang's property during the night and shone a flashlight at Mr. Zhang's chickens,
Yeah,
causing-
showing him, pal.
causing 500 birds to rush into a corner and trample one another to death because they're chickens. They're not all that bright. To add insult to injury, there's more. Mr. Gu returned on a different night and employed the same tactic, causing another 640 chickens to, well,
That's like 1,100 chickens now.
what are they good for at that point if they get trampled? I suppose chicken salad? I don't know. A court ruled on April 4th that Mr. Gu had intentionally caused Mr. Zhang to suffer property loss to the tune of $2,000. $2,000 worth of chicken right there.
They could have had an entree trampled chicken. They have pressed duck. Trampled chicken should be no problem whatsoever.
Yeah. Anyway, he was sentenced to 6 months in jail and a year of probation for chicken murder, I guess. I don't know.
Inciting a chicken riot. Not
Leading
stemming
a
a chicken stampede.
Forcing chickens into death.
From Patrick Reed, our man
Harassing
in
his
Liverpool.
neighbor's chickens.
That's true. Speaking of
Chicken
harassment,
harassment's not something to be laughed at.
from Patrick Reed, our man in Liverpool. Robin Bamford, 58. Apparently that's his real age too. Advertised an 850
That takes all the fun out of it.
advertised an 850 pound a month 2-bedroom home online, and the response was enormous. One hopeful tenant even offered to pay a year's rent up front to secure the newly refurbished cottage in the village of Brinscall, Lancashire. Mr. Bamford said, "It has just gone completely crazy." The name of the house is Ribald Humor, of course, but there have been no complaints. People with a sense of humor obviously want to live here, and everybody in the village is happy with the name. The businessman who bought the property 5 years ago for £130,000, sorry.
Wow, I was going to say,
I forgot to add the 58.
that's a flip.
Said it was first called Erection Cottage when it was built over 100 years ago.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine.
He's at this age. Said villagers always knew the property by its risque name rather than the door number assigned by the land registry. Mr. Bamford said the road sign Dick Road is opposite the cottage. During the pandemic, lots of people were coming by to have their photo taken alongside the name and the name of the road. It became something of a tourist attraction, and people were amused by it. No one has complained. It's a bit cheeky, but no harm. I agree. I see travel to the UK in our future, Tone. I think we should go visit Patrick and his lovely wife Heather, and take the train to Clarksville and have a look at this.
We have to take the last train, though.
No, you're right, or it doesn't work.
Okay, you're disgusting. I'm going back to animal stories. Donald the duck. Hey, we had chicken trampled. Now we have Donald the duck, a mallard who lives in Saint-Nolf, France.
Ew.
Is rather infamous. Picture Darkwing Duck, only, it's a trench coat with the...
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. He's infamous among residents because he seems to live a perfectly normal life with the... I worry about the folks at Oddity Central. Donald Duck is infamous because he lives a normal life with the blade of a knife stuck in his head.
I wonder if he knew that chicken who had most of its head cut off but still lived.
And still live forever? Yeah.
Until it choked to death on some food or something. Or water, I thought.
I, for one, would look at Mickey as a prime suspect here.
Ooh, yeah.
House of Mouse's child. Yeah, my ass. While Donald could swim and eat without trouble, members of the Pinocchio et Savant Society.
Those guys again.
Yeah, when you look at it, it looks like Pinocchio almost. Where was I? They decided it should be removed. So on March 31st, rescuers managed to catch Donald. The surgery was a success. Daisy said he should be just fine. Donald flew the coop as soon as the door was open. Daisy was waiting for him. She and Minnie had the getaway all scheduled, but Mickey stopped him, shot him to death with a rifle.
Oh, that darn Mickey. He should have used a shotgun.
Actually, he didn't. They're still trying to figure out who stabbed Donald.
In the head.
It's a duck!
Well, he certainly forgot to.
And whoever stabbed Donald is not going to be that dangerous because you couldn't kill a duck with a knife.
Maybe a hazard to his own thigh.
Got to be a libertarian.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.